Last week I shared with you about this rubbing, and I wonder if you could play the historian and write the story, a credible story, about this rubbing. I think you could, because you have the rubbing itself, an artifact. You also have me. I was there, and I told you the story. And I even shared some photographs with you. What we're talking about is called historiography. That's the activity of writing a history. It follows rules. Primary sources of information are more reliable and credible when it comes to writing a story. Take a look at our Christmas tree. It tells a story, a family story. We really don't focus on making it beautiful. Instead, we make it focus on telling the story of our family. We've got the star that's 45 years old. We made it out of construction paper and glitter, and it's getting kind of crumbly. I don't know if it's going to last us for the rest of our lives. There's this egg. I made this egg for Kathy's dad one Christmas, and when he passed away, we inherited the egg. There's even a little ornament here made by Sister Marcia Perry, and another one that was given to us by Gary Richards. These ornaments go way back. Our tree includes pictures of all our children and our grandchildren. We have an ornament made by Sister Linda Ludovico. We have an ornament given to us by Ed and Diane Knack. They got it in Seneca Falls. It's a commemoration of the movie It's a Wonderful Life, and it's actually signed by the actress who played Zuzu. Good history writing helps us to believe what the historian says took place in the past. And like I said, it operates according to rules where primary sources are given priority. And in fact, the New Testament does exactly that. In Luke chapter 1, verse 3, Luke says, I myself have investigated everything from the beginning. I too decided to write an orderly account. And John, an eyewitness, says this in John 20, verses 30 and 31. Jesus performed many other signs in the presence of his disciples, but these are written that you may believe that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name. In order to better appreciate the good history writing that is in the New Testament, I'd like to contrast it with the scriptures of two other religions. First, Islam and the Quran. The Quran was written hundreds of years after the fact and claimed different things about Jesus than the New Testament did. For instance, it claims that Jesus spoke a few things, did not die on the cross, and did not rise from the grave on the third day of his death. Muhammad sought to change history. The Book of Mormon does likewise. It says that in the time of Jeremiah, a prophet by the name of Lahi made his way from Jerusalem to Central America. I don't know how he did it, a little hard to believe. And that Jesus, shortly after his resurrection, visited the descendants of the prophet Lahi in America. Again, changing history. But what did Muhammad and Joseph Smith, who wrote the Book of Mormon, base their histories on? They did not have artifacts. They did not have eyewitnesses. They did not have primary accounts of what took place like Luke, John, Peter, and Paul all did, all claimed. Instead, both Muhammad and Joseph Smith claimed to get these revised histories when they were all alone with an angel. Muhammad in the cave of Hira and over a period of 20 years was visited by angels and orally told the new history that is in the Quran hundreds of years after the fact, which he then recited to his friends, who in turn wrote it down. It's not good history writing. Joseph Smith, he was visited by an angel and given special glasses by which he could translate golden plates that told this additional history. The New Testament asks us to accept no such tales, no such stories given in private by an angel in different languages, hundreds, if not even more than 1,000 years after the fact. So it's really a blessing to us that the New Testament gives us this common sense, well-supported account of the resurrection of Jesus Christ on the third day of his death. That's what we'll talk about in home fellowship tonight.